we could be right around the corner from a massive short squeeze on XRP. Now, guys, this isn't something I've talked about on the channel before, but we are entering right now a historic moment with the short positions against XRP and, guys, a potential catalyst that could mass liquidate these to the upside. In this video, I want to break that down. Guys, this is absolutely fascinating and could be a huge catalyst for the next big rally. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. With that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Now, when I went to go make this video, I was not expecting to be covering the short positions on XRP. Guys, this is absolutely shocking, and once again, showing that the entire market has no idea what's right around the corner. Now, I want to start this video off and actually talk about something else real quick that I believe is going to be a huge catalyst for XRP that I believe a lot of people are sleeping on. And guys, this just shows that what we're going to talk about later in the video in terms of the potential short squeeze that we could be extremely close to is very, very likely. I want to start off, though, and talk about a catalyst that not a lot of people are giving enough attention, and that is Bitnomial. Guys, Bitnomial is this derivatives exchange that kind of went under the radar, but despite going under the radar, was getting huge amounts of funding from Ripple and also has Brad Garlinghouse on its board. I wanted to read this post to you real quick because I think it's really going to break down why Bitnomial is so important. This person tweeted out, "People missed what Bitnomial actually built. Most people still think crypto futures in the United States are just cash-settled casino chips. They aren't paying attention. Bitnomial went a completely different direction, and that difference matters way more than people realize. They built the only US exchange where regulated futures settle in the underlying asset itself. No slippage, no conversion step, no cash IOU. If you hold through expiration, you will actually receive the crypto. That unlocks true ownership, crypto as margin, real delivery, on-chain settlement, brand new strategies that don't exist, all in the cash-settled market. And suddenly miners, treasury funds, ETFs, and institutions can hedge, settle, deliver, borrow, lend, and margin for the first time against the real digital asset itself. That is why they fought so hard for XRP classification. That is why they built crypto-settled derivatives. This is why this is all so important. Nobody is talking about this, but the United States is quietly paving the rails for a real digital asset settlement infrastructure, no speculation. Guys, this Bitnomial story is going heavily under the radar. But what we just saw is more than just a new derivatives exchange. This is a huge advancement in critical infrastructure for the cryptocurrency market and seemingly being led by Ripple through Bitnomial. Guys, this is a very, very big deal. And one of the most important things to really highlight in that announcement is the usage of spot crypto for collateral. That puts XRP in a position of its own. With Ripple's strategic partnership with Bitnomial and XRP having regulatory clarity, you could realistically very soon see a position where XRP was the underlying systemic collateral for this new crypto derivatives market being created. Now, guys, right now it's just going to be crypto, but what we're going to see, as we've seen via the purchase of companies like G Treasury, is more traditional assets are going to come over to the XRP ledger and likely be settled via companies like Bitnomial or Bitnomial themselves using cryptocurrencies as the underlying liquidity to make these transactions happen. Guys, in my video yesterday, I covered Ripple's entrance into the derivatives market. If you haven't seen it, I highly suspect you check it out after this video because it's going to make what we're about to talk about all the more absurd. Now, guys, what we're seeing right now on the XRP trading side of things is something that honestly I couldn't believe. Take a look at the short volume right now against XRP. Guys, this is absolutely shocking. We're seeing XRP being mass shorted. In comparison to every other cryptocurrency, it's not even close. Even in comparison to things that don't even have any fundamental utility. Farcoin right here at the bottom has way way less short interest than something like XRP. I always talk about in my videos that 99% of people in crypto don't understand crypto. This is the perfect example of that taking place. And let's take a look at the liquidity chart real quick. What you can see is for XRP right now, all the liquidity is above the current price, meaning that there are huge short positions stacked against XRP. Now, guys, I think this is absolutely insane, right? XRP has the strongest fundamentals in the market, second to none. And the person who is actually highlighting this isn't even an XRP person. He said, look, this is insane. This heat map is showing a clear picture. XRP is being shorted far and more than any other cryptocurrency, and it's one of the strongest large caps this cycle. Too much liquidity is sitting on these short positions and will be taken out. With ETF demand accelerating and showing extremely strong demand, once the cryptocurrency market stabilizes, XRP is going to be poised for a massive rally to the upside. And guys, I can't agree anymore. It is so fundamentally obvious that these shorts are completely caught on the wrong side of the trade. We broke down Bitnomial, we broke down Ripple's entrance to the derivatives market. We can look at things like G Treasury, the ETF demand. There are a million things you can point to why XRP is stronger catalyst by far and away than the rest of the cryptocurrency market. But for some reason, there is still this huge outstanding short position only on XRP and not the rest of cryptocurrency assets. Guys, I think the clear reason for that is most people just have no idea what they're doing in this market. They don't understand the fundamentals. They're essentially flying blind. They go with all the crazy narratives out there for XRP that say, oh, XRP will never do anything. Oh, XRP is being replaced by all these things that someone who really lacked any fundamental knowledge of the market would believe. All these people are just piling into a short position, and it's going to set up for a massive short squeeze to the upside for XRP. Never in my time following XRP have I ever seen the short positions this in balance. And guys, that should tell you all you need to know yourself, because a lot of you have been holding XRP for a very long time. Have you ever felt like in the last 5 years, this would be the most highly shorted, most bearish position for XRP? Absolutely not. I mean, in the middle of the Ripple SEC case seemed like a far better time to potentially be putting short positions on XRP, right? Who knew what was going to happen? There wasn't any announcements by Ripple. It didn't seem like there was much movement. This case was dragging on. It looked like at times Ripple wasn't doing so well. Think the short positions now with record-breaking ETFs across the board for XRP, that's when the short positions are the highest. Guys, it could not be more clear that these people have no idea what they're doing. And it's coming at the same exact time we're additionally seeing a potential huge rally in the cryptocurrency market right around the corner because capitulation is at record levels. Guys, take a look at every single time capitulation hit the levels we're seeing right now. And actually, right now, we're seeing even far more capitulation than we've ever seen before in the past. But it's always indicated a long-term bottom. So we're seeing record capitulation. We're seeing huge positive catalyst for XRP. I mean, to the likes of becoming systemically important liquidity for the new derivatives market being built on chain, and huge ETF inflows, and people are actually aggressively shorting XRP. Guys, this has the makeup of a GME, AME style mass short liquidation to the upside kind of move. And it's going to fall in perfectly exactly what we're seeing on the price chart for XRP. I mean, we've looked at this chart a million times. XRP is setting up almost the exact same way it did in its huge blast off in 2016 to 2017. So the charts are screaming extremely bullish. If we take a look at the fundamentals, they're screaming extremely bullish. But the people in the cryptocurrency industry who have never understood this stuff are betting against all of it, but actually providing us jet fuel to the upside when we make this next big move. I mean, guys, take a look at the chart in 2017, right? You have this kind of wavy up and down and up and down, and then that rip. Take a look at the chart now. It's almost the same exact chart. And on the monthly time frames, they look exactly the same as well. It just seems like everything is lining up perfectly for an explosive move to the upside. And that would be a bold claim to come out here and say, if we weren't seeing all these massive things happening that are just going to draw more and more liquidity and more increased demand into the XRP ecosystem. Guys, these short positions have me extremely excited, because it's one thing to have all the good fundamentals, right? But you don't see a lot of positive buy volume coming in. People don't get it. It's like, when are people going to get it? But guys, these people on the short side are going to be forced to understand it very quickly. And the fact that you have so many people piling in on one side of the trade is one of the most classic makeups for these people about to get it extremely wrong. And like I said, if I was going to make this video, I saw record short positions and XRP was just magically deemed a security by the United States government. If Trump came out and he said, oh, I will never touch XRP, it's crap. If these ETFs were getting $1 million a week, if there was some catalyst I could point to see the negative side of these shorts, I mean, I would come in here and say this is probably the reason this is happening. But the fact that there's absolutely nothing we can point to, everything looks outstandingly positive. All the metrics are showing mass capitulation. Guys, this is the perfect makeup for an explosive move to the upside in a very quick fashion that everyone is on the wrong side of. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. And for now, Mickle out.